What's going down, everybody? Sorry is here, episode 2 of Art of FPS Survival, Master Your Recoil. Right here you're going to see hip fire, completely uncontrolled recoil. Bullets are spraying just about everywhere. You don't want to be doing that. Aiming down the sight, you're going to see a dramatic difference in the vertical recoil as well as the horizontal recoil. Do you see the difference? There's so much more accuracy to be had there. Now right here, this is going to be a drill where you drag down on your mouse to try to keep your crosshair stationary, versus doing this the same exact thing but aiming down the sight. Look at the difference. There's a huge difference between accuracy. So you can see all four spray patterns do have their effective use, but right there, that's the cache. You want to go ahead and be able to get as much precision as possible. Also wanted to show you a stock engineer weapon upgrade I just picked up for 30 certs earned in battle, which is pretty awesome. It is the aim point sight, or the LACO 3.4 times sight. Very, very effective at medium to close range, and you're going to see this thing in battle. It's going to be battle tested today. We're going to see how effective it holds up, but for the most part, we're going to be delving into the whole techniques. I'll try to go ahead and walk you through what's going on, but today is going to be a very fast-paced video. Another good drill is to be able to connect your shots like that at a mid-range encounter to try to see if you can get all the bullets to stay within a very close spray pattern. We're going to rock and roll, spawn right into the battle from a nice deployed Sunder. Right here is a big example of corridor shooting at its finest. You see that there are multiple enemies right there. I'm burst firing, but then I go and switch full auto while dragging down. I ended up getting a triple kill. We have a light assault that joins the party. Unfortunately, he flies around, but to no avail. You always want to be burst firing at medium range because honestly, after the first couple bullets, you're not going to be hitting much at all, so you have to be very careful unless the enemy is really pinning you to the wall and you have to be able to dump closer. You don't want to be doing that. Now right here, I breached right, but there was an enemy right there waiting from the left corridor. You can see that there's actually a Mana turret, an enemy engineer turret. I couldn't get around him, so I ended up flanking him from the side. A TR starts to join the battle, but you can see how close he was, so that's why I went full auto with hip fire firing, because I know that most of my bullets are going to land on target. Now you can see the effectiveness of aiming down the sight right there. I was able to get a quick kill on that TR that was attacking from that room. Offered some ammo to my buddy. We're all rocking and rolling, and we're getting ready to kick some butt. Now right here, I wanted to show you how ineffective sometimes your aim is going to be down sights. You can't go toe-to-toe with these enemies. I'm telling you straight up, because unless you get extremely lucky, like right there, for the most part, what I'm seeing is a lot of TR that are rolling as heavy assaults with their extremely powerful weaponry. So for yourself, you want to go ahead, you'll notice the majority of my footage, I usually catch people with their pants down, or flat-footed rather. You can see that prioritizing your targets is extremely important. Switching over to the closest threat usually is the best idea in my opinion, because now this buys you enough time to be able to follow up for the long-range targets. It gives you more time to breathe. That's very important. One thing to take in effect for some of you newcomers here is you have to take into account friendly fire. I saw a contact there, but right now I had a lot of friendlies there, so I had to make sure that I was controlling my aim and being very precise, because you have to get surgical when your buddies are around. You don't want to be killing friendly players, because that's one less person that can help you out. I started taking, I think that was friendly fire. Regardless, I went ahead and ducked around the corner, but I wanted to show you the effectiveness of mid to long range. Notice how I'm single firing. It's very important. And right here you're going to see a max that gets a little too cocky, and you can see that by controlling your aim, dragging down ever so slightly, and also laying down some nice suppressive fire can really land you some easy kills, especially if you're from concealment. Now again, with the friendly fire, you have to wait until you get a target of opportunity. Sometimes that can get you killed, but other times your teammates will definitely thank you, especially if they're alive. So I was able to save my teammate right there. A nice little twitch headshot there to end that guy's life. Now I get jumped by a light assault, so I switched to hip fire full auto, and you can see that he was close enough to be able to put as many rounds as possible. That guy's shield was down, so it really made a very quick and easy kill, especially with the hip fire. So sometimes you have to designate whether you want extra mobility from hip firing, or if you want to go ahead and be a little slower but more accurate with the aiming down the sight. So that's kind of like a little bit of a sacrifice you need. I went ahead and got healed by that medic. Awesome job, by the way. Thank you so much. As I cross and get through the window, I noticed that I went ahead and got the jump on two opponents right there. I go ahead and try to see if I can get the jump. Sure enough, a teammate already had him, but it's really good because you're busting their shields apart, making it very easy for your friendlies or even for yourself to follow up and attack. Now right here, I took the majority of that guy's shields down, crossed up the stairs. He was a tough target. Now he was constantly mobile. You can see he was moving. He moved around. I almost got the hit on him that time, if he had only been a little bit slower. So I went ahead and tried to flank around from the right side. Sure enough, he did spot me, took a little bit of damage, but my shield went ahead and absorbed that damage. As I'm dropping down, I go ahead and go full auto with aiming down the sights, dragging down. I grabbed a nice easy kill right there from that unsuspecting heavy. And right here is where I'm going to end up dying, but I'm going to take 2 with me, and you're going to see the effectiveness. I went ahead and jumped out of the way, strafed, went ahead and kept my full auto going. It's a nice tactic I learned from Counter-Strike, but I did end up going down with a Lynx user who went ahead and flanked me from the 6. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these videos are going to help you out. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see some more, let me know. And if you want to go ahead and support me, please hit that like button. And if you want to subscribe, that's an added bonus. Catch y'all later. Rock steady. Stars out.